my friends. Well, today I take you on a little adventure into some electronic shenanigans. So, what I'm doing is I'm hooking up these wires, positive, negative, blah, 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 50-cent light switch. The cover plastic piece was 72 cents, and the switch itself was 50 cents. Pretty good. Pretty good. And working on this little bit, I'm just going to take apart our fridge wire here. I got paint on my hands. My humble apologies. So yeah, I'm taking this apart and going to see if this fan does what it's supposed to. You know, if you remember when I had my high-top Chevy a couple years ago, and I tried to put this fan on the ceiling, and the thing barely turned. It turned, but it certainly didn't turn as fast as a computer fan usually does, or at least what I've seen. And I don't understand why, because this is, what does it say here? 12 volts and 0.14 amps. And of course my system's 12 volts, so why wouldn't the fan turn the way as fast as it's supposed to? So I'm gonna hook this up. I've never hooked it into this fan, so I don't know what it's gonna do. But one person told me that you have to have it, and this is not a cheapo fan. This is like a cooler master. I got it on eBay. But one person told me that you might have to have it in the CPU tower, and the pressure is what helps the fan turn, but that doesn't make sense to me. But again, you know, I'm no physics major, so maybe he's right. So it is raining outside, but there is daylight. However, 12.2. I drove yesterday for half an hour, so and I drove today for about 15 minutes. Here's the situation with the fridge. Low. So you know what, guys, 150 watts. I got two deep cycle 6-volt golf cart batteries, and ain't doing so well. I just painted that wall. I'm working on a little project here, trying to get this fan working so it can circulate some air on the floor. Stay positive and smile often. Trying to remind myself to try to look at the bright side of life. You know, it's easy to get weighed down and say, oh, life sucks, but it doesn't suck if you think it doesn't. So just change your attitude and things will look up. So part of the way I do that is by reminding myself to stay positive and smile often. Maybe this will be my future van. That is the high roof. You can tell because there's the ridge right there and above. If that was the medium roof, it wouldn't go that high above the ridge. And it's the 144 extended. I wouldn't want to extend it. 144 wheelbase is fine. So that's the Transit 350. I'd also want it in white. I know white's boring, but you know what? 20% less heat because of albedo. When the sunlight reflects off of a white surface, it's 20% cooler than a black surface, which will absorb it, or should I say a dark surface. So the good news is it actually worked. Bad news, I mean, the fan worked properly, it went on fast. However, bad news is when I flipped the switch, blew fuse. This is kind of a mess, but you know what? The thing is this thing is like 0.14 amps. So I mean, it should blow fuses like that. It's a 10 amp fuse. Maybe I need a bigger fuse. But I guess the fridge does take some juice and it's on the same line, but I don't know. Here's a fuse right here. Let's take a look. Yep, that's blown. Electronics and electricity, not my specialty. Let's just put it that way. So what I'm going to do with that fan is I'm going to stick it, I'm going to make this hole bigger, and I'm going to stick it right across here, because last winter I got mold down here. The floor is wet apparently. So the idea is get the airflow going through here, and that'll decrease condensation, mold issues on the floor. Okay, look at that. The fan is turning properly. But the moment of truth is to flip that switch. And if it pops, we know why. However, you know what I'm going to do is I'm going to shut the fridge off first. So when I put that on the floor, that'll give it lots of airflow. Okay, I just realized I have a 30 amp fuse there. I'm going to swap them out and see what happens. See if she blows. Okay, moment of truth. I'm going to hit the switch, folks. Actually, wait. First I'm going to shut the fridge off. And the rain has begun. Well, it never really began. It never ended. Okay, here we go. Fan is on. Switch is Mickey Mouse. And now let's see if this, you see a nice little spark here. Yes. Darn it to heck. Oh, look, it lights up and everything. How fancy. So I don't know why it's doing that, because it doesn't make sense. Should I buy a bunch more fuses and keep experimenting? I guess. In other news, trying these tea lights. The idea is to try to remove some of the moisture out of the air. Every little bit helps. Adds a tiny bit of heat. And it's a nice smell. It's black cherry. So if you can see that, it's 21.9 Celsius, 60% humidity. Not really sure if it's helping or not. And these cheap LEDs strips, the lights are slowly burning out. I got like 8 dead ones or something. Okay, cleaned up the connections. It looks like I had the switch part on the wrong side, so I had the ground on this side, or the negative on this side and the positive on the wrong side, so I guess that might make a difference. Let's find out. I've got 2 fuses gone and 1 left. Now my water pump doesn't work, and now I'm about to sacrifice the inverter. Let's see if it works. Okay, the fan is running. By the way, how do you like my workbench? It's my toolbox briefcase on top of my toilet. Van life, yo! Okay, I'm gonna hit the switch and see if I blow the fuse. Please! Let it not blow. Ah, frickin' heck, it blew. Okay, it's official. I have no idea what I'm doing. Anybody has an idea what's wrong here, let me know. I shut the fridge off, so there's no chance of the circuit being too hot or whatever, so I don't know. I just don't know. The only thing that I could figure that it might possibly be is that online they had these diagrams of these switches, and there's a little green screw, which is a grounding screw, but there's no screw or anything that I can see to ground on this one. So, can't be that thing. That's just a rivet. So I have no idea. I really do like that little spotlight. It's pretty cool. And look at all the bananas I got. Alright guys, well, there you have it. Any helpful comments about what I'm doing wrong? Please leave them in the comment section below. Thank you very much, and be well, my friends.